Hey, FlimsyLunchTray here, and welcome to World of Warships as we continue on in our new player guide series. So, if you're newer to the channel, I run a new player guide series based off the EU server. So this is my account playing on the EU server on this battle on the map Trident with the battle type layout being epicenter, these three rings that you cap. At tier 5 in the American destroyer, the Nicholas. So in today's video, we're going to be discussing clans. So maybe this week and next week we'll be talking about clans. So I think we've gone over a fair bit of more fundamental things per se. And that usually once you ascend to these mid tiers to higher tiers, usually the conversation, the topic of clans, joining one, whether not to join or not to join, conversations begin to come up. So that is what we're going to be talking about today. So in this video, I guess I'll come from the angle where if you're wanting to be picked up by a clan, like being noticed by a clan where they extend the invite and like, hey, we liked what we saw of you doing in the battle. We want to invite you to be a part of our clan. That's going to be the case in this battle. And I'll talk about a few more things revolving around, do you say yes? Do you say no? There's some things to be mindful of. So as we approach up here in the center cap, I had my AA off and then end up having to turn it on as we duck those skip bombs to contest the central area. And as you can see, even from my username, I'm not in a clan. So this video, we're going to get picked up by a clan. And I'll give you a little bit more of the story as the battle draws closer to an end. But so clans. So I had the intentions of not joining a clan. I figured at some point I'd probably start getting invitations. And and also, you can see this is the full human battle. So this is the first video of the new player guide series where we're playing a randoms battle and all the enemy players are humans. None of them are bots. So I had one battle right before this. It was also on this map. I kind of played too aggressively and died, but I did take enemy battleship with me. And then I was like, okay, let's try that again. And that is this battle. So this is technically my second battle on the server where all the enemy team is nothing but human players. So you're going to notice a little bit more of a dynamic there and how the battle goes. A little more interesting. Battles aren't going to, it's not going to be so short. So clans. So I had the intentions of not joining a clan for some time, just because for the reasons of, because I'm in a clan on the NA server, I know usually what a clan is looking for. They want, for me, this is kind of what I break it down, like for the clan I'm on the NA server, the ADF. The big thing, we want players who aren't jerks, naturally, but the biggest thing is that we're looking for active players. So, that a clan doesn't become full of players who are inactive and hardly ever play. We won't recruit players who maybe you only play once or twice a week. We're just not going to recruit you. So we're looking for active players. The second thing is, when we're also looking for players, is that you have a decent randoms win rate. It can't even be just beneath 50%, and we'll still consider and work with you, especially new players, because often it's the mid tiers is where you will find a majority of players who are not in a clan yet, and like myself in this battle, and that is where you kind of find maybe some of the better players versus you find the players who at tier 9, tier 10 that have been thousands of battles in the game, but they want nothing to do with the clan, or they're just poor at playing the game. So you find that at mid tier. Active, decent win rate. I mean, if you're still new, a lot of clans will just even be willing to work with you because they can help you become a better player. And then the other thing is typically clan battles. So on the ADF server, we haven't been as strict about whether or not you participate in clan battles or not, but we're getting to the point where we're so full with the clan that we want to have more players invested into clan battles now. Some of our players who are in NA server, they don't all live in America, such as myself living in Norway. We have one in Japan. We had one somewhere else, and then we had a few players spread out around the world actually. And we're not some big fancy clan on the NA server either, but we still wanted to get more players now. We kind of want more who are willing to participate in clan battles. So, and then the other thing that clans would traditionally look at is seeing, one, oh, you're new to the game, maybe we don't want you yet, or hey, actually, we want to work with you. But two is that they want to see you have usually tier 10 ships, that you've ascended the levels, like you kind of understand what's happening at tier 8, 9, 10 particularly, because that's where a lot of the more competitive play comes in at. So they want to see that you are, you know what the game's about. You have a fundamental understanding. If I was a new player who never played World of Warships before, like there's so much that I wouldn't know at this point. But in this battle, my now comrade in the Gnome clan, Josh Webb, has passed away unfortunately on this flank. So you can see him talking there in chat. And so now I am the only one holding this flank. I'm a kamikaze. We've got this battleship, the Mackinson, and there's another one further off in the distance. So I am the only one now holding this flank, as the rest of my team is on the 8, 9, 10 line. So it's important for me to live and survive here. Now the torpedo range on the Nicholas, I can't remember which ones I have mounted. Is it 5? 5.5 is the torpedoes I have on here. And so that means I'm not able to self-torpedo, but I can throw torpedoes at a ship that is approaching me to shorten the distance. So still can technically stealth torp, because this battleship, the Mackinson player, is going to keep chasing me. So, and these torpedoes have a really short reload time, so I can keep spamming torps constantly. So that is the goal here. So Josh in the Gnome clan, who ended up recruiting me, he died. And so now he's just watching the battle. And so even though he's dead, he didn't just X out of the battle. But he's watching what's happening on our team. And then he ends up noticing me. So as one of the leaders of the Gnome clan, because he noticed that I was doing well, being a team player, he really, he wanted to recruit me and bring me into the clan. And I'll share a little bit more about those details. So yeah, so that is usually... that is the way how, for example, for myself, how I got noticed in the clan. On the NA server, I declined a lot of clan invites in the beginning, but then eventually I found myself being a part of the ADF after Doom Beagle there. It brought me in. There's a lot of perks to being in a clan, and we'll probably talk more about those perks next week. But for example, you can research ships. They cost less to purchase. You can earn more coal, you can earn more steel, and then you can have a fun community of players to be with, because for me, when you have people to play with, it's more enjoyable than just playing on your own all the time. Now I am dumping my smoke screen here for this, was it Duca d'Aosta? Yeah, because I want to keep him alive. Because you can see we control no caps presently. And the enemy team is just under 300 points ahead. So I want to keep them alive. So that's why I dropped the smoke, and we're going to keep spamming torpedoes as this player in the Mackinson comes. So if you play selfishly and for yourself, and there's a clan that's looking to recruit and they're kind of watching what happens in the battle, you're not going to get invited. You're not going to get picked up.
Thank you.
Versus this team play that I'm doing now, I'm kind of helping protect my team, keep the cruiser alive. You can keep throwing HE on this Mackinson. And the American smokescreen, you can, this is 30 second. I don't know if it's at the tier 5, if the action time is 30 seconds. But the smoke, you can drag it out pretty long, and it lasts for, again, I don't know if it's same at tier 5 as it is higher tiers, but almost 2 minutes. So I think it's over 1.5 minutes at least at tier 5. I'd have to check the stats. So yeah, so this is team play battle, and that is how Josh ended up inviting me into the Gnome clan. Another way that players or clan leaders, recruiters, executive officers end up might invite you into the clan is that they look at the post-battle results. They see how you did, and then if your stats are public for people to view, then they'll check out your stats and kind of see how you as a player. So that's a second way that I look at recruiting people for the ADF clan. So if I notice you did really good in battle, I was impressed, what I'll do is that I will then check out your profile. If it is not private, it is public for me to view, and just see overall how you're doing. Did you just have a really good battle that one time, or when I look at your stats, does it match that, like, hey, overall this player is pretty good? So that is how you get noticed by the clan. If you're debating whether or not you want to be in a clan or not, and you're a newer player, as you follow this new player guide series, I would encourage you to join a clan, but I'd also encourage you to do your homework. So after Josh had invited me, I looked at the Gnome clan on the WoW Stats and Numbers, the EU server site. So I was able to see how many players are active in the clan, what are the clan's strengths, what is the clan weaknesses, because I wasn't planning on joining a clan yet, because the reason why is because I'm not very active on the EU server. I'm much more active on the NA server than the EU server, and I didn't feel like it was right for me to be in a clan on the EU server at this present time, just because I'm not very active on the EU server. I don't have tier 10 ships, so meaning I can't participate in clan battles. I don't even have a tier 8 on the server yet, where then you can get a rental tier 10 ship to participate in clan battles. But that I was primarily doing this account for this new player guide series. But the fact is also that I am a huge Jingles fan. The Mighty Jingles has a YouTube channel, and I'm in the Discord. So that's actually Josh pinged me there and complimented me and asked if I want to be a part of the clan or not. And I shared my reasons that I'm not very active, so on and so forth. So that would be more his decision if he would want to have me part of the clan. But he said yes. He said that team players are hard to come by in World of Warships. So a good clan leader, a good executive officer, when they're looking to recruit players, they want to recruit good team players, because players that help their team mean they're going to more likely to help the clan succeed in playing clan battles or just helping the clan overall. So I even dumped my smoke screen there. I wasn't entirely sure if my torpedoes was going to kill that battleship in the center, but they did. So again, a little bit of a team play there and making sure to keep that cruiser alive. And there's only a battleship left, who's you can see is on the 4-5 line, and then the enemy CV who's down on the J line. So things are picking up for us at this point. So it didn't bother me to burn a smoke screen. If there's still some destroyers in that around, and I felt like things are still going to be competitive, then I would have kept the smoke screen. Because in a situation like this, I see destroyer players make this mistake all the time, is that this is a battleship. I have way better concealment than a battleship. There is no reason on earth that this battleship player should be able to detect me, because my concealment's better. I can stay outside of his detect range. I can use islands, like I'm using this island here, to get my torpedoes off. As that battleship player blaps another one of our cruisers. I think that was the one I tried to keep alive too. Dang. So there's no reason for me to get detected. I see too many destroyer players who get too close to enemy battleships, even all the way tier 4 to tier 10, in play poorly in that respect. Now, I really wanted to get that other torp rack off, but that meant I would have had to show more side, meaning he would likely detect me. So I had to just pass the opportunity up. And as he comes further into the cap, we're moving more behind this edge. You can see I'm not detected firing over. So I can continue to support my team from this position, even though I don't have a smoke screen. So that's another thing. You don't have to burn a smoke screen and you have an island to shoot over. That's always ideal. So you always have that extra smoke screen if you need it later on. So, but we successfully land more hits there. Other things to talk about clans. So basically what I'll do next week is I'll show you the perks and good things about being a part of a clan. I do also stress that just because if a clan, like let's say someone invites you to join a clan, that you just don't instantly like, yes, I accept this invitation, because you get an invitation in port in your game will say such and such clan invited you to join them. Because you need to know what the clan is about. You can review the clan like I shared on the WoW stats and numbers. They have a clan tag there, no matter what server you are on in World of Warships. But then also, the person who invited you, I mean, you can just message them on the game server and just like, hey, I see you invited me to join the clan. Do you mind telling me a little bit more what you guys are about? Do you have a clan tagline? Like we have a clan tagline in ADF. Basically that we're looking like, for example, the ADF clan tagline. I don't remember verbatim what it is, but we're a clan of people who like to have fun. If you're newer to the game, we have mentors who are willing to help you improve in the game. Our biggest rule is not to be a jerk. You don't have to participate in clan battles, but is welcomed if you do. So it's something along those lines. So you can talk with, just talking with the person who invited you will help you kind of figure out whether you think the clan is a good fit for you or not. And if you decide that you ended up joining a clan, you don't like the clan that you're in, you can leave the clan, but I think there's like a 3-day period before you're able to join another clan. So like say another clan wants to bring you in on their team, or you have a buddy who's in a clan that like, oh, I want to be in my buddy's clan. You can leave the clan that you're in and join the other clan, though I still recommend talking with the executive officer or the clan commander just to say, hey, thanks for having me here in the clan, but I want to join this other clan. Appreciate it. So long, take care. Just so they know that you're leaving the clan versus leaving cold turkey. Another thing I want to explain here real quick at the end. We have secured all 3 caps. You can see I have 3 assisted captures and 1 solo cap. And that I don't mind open gunboating the carrier here. In an ideal world, like let's say that they were ahead on points and it was important for me to be alive, I wouldn't be doing this. So just because you see me doing this, just know it's dependent on the situation. It's because we're about to reach 1,000 points that I decided to go ahead and open up. If the battle was much closer, I just would have stayed dark and off in the distance, and the CV never would have spotted me. So yeah, so that is our first full human team, enemy team being able to play against. So we did really good, over 500,000 credits, 8,700 experience, 2,180 free XP, high caliber, 126,000 damage at tier 5 is really good. Not to mention we got 9 torpedo hits, that solo cap and assisted capture, 3 of those. Our base XP is over 2,100, and at tier 5, that is actually really good. I'm always pleased when I break 2,000 base XP in a tier 10, but to have it here at tier 5 is actually pretty good. And even though you see we lost Josh earlier, he actually did good for himself. He was halfway up the team score list. Here you can see a breakdown of the skills. We kind of yoinked that kamikaze right at the end. We didn't do much damage right when he died, but we did get some shots in on him earlier. And then here you can see a breakdown with premium count. I think I earned a free day of premium. So I was taking advantage of that with some signals in this battle. So that is why the credit earnings is high. Also in addition to the experience and the free XP being higher as well. But when you perform this well in playing, even at low tiers, you tend to get pretty well rewarded for it. So So yeah, so next week we will talk more about clans. When you have accepted a clan invite, you get this additional tab, or you can see the clan that you're in. So I can go into the Gnome clan, and I can see what's basically, they call it the naval base, and I can see what's been invested into the naval base, and I've already done that. So I can see like, oh, we're getting really good earnings on coal, steel, have they expanded the clan where they can invite more players in, that kind of thing. And then you can see now how I get discounts for purchasing different ships, where before I didn't have that. And those of you who've been around long enough know that credits is usually my problem. I'm always usually broke and poor because I grind lines too fast, because I just want to collect more ships in the game, and I enjoy grinding up different lines. Not so much the battleship line for the Grosser Kurfürst. Once I pass Bismarck, the FDG, and the GK, have been a struggle. So, so if you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up. If you did not, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe if you do want to see more. If you are subscribed, thanks so much. I really appreciate it. And we will catch you next time. Take care.